Well, this one's called Media Moment. There are a herd of cultural references that I won't explain. If you're keen enough, you'll find them. But you see, I've worked out my demographic likes a bit of mucky stuff after the Minister for Bloke went ballistic. So there's a bit more sort of the same. And the poem got a little verse you can join in. Not obligatory, it's entirely optional. And your bet, if you fancy it, goes like this. The dress that caused the commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes Avida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper salivating, fingering their discus lenses. Now, that's your chorus if you wish for it. And the poem, Media Moment, goes like this. The dress that caused the stir, now housed in the V&A, protected by strong glass and alarmed, on permanent display, where red top heads can visit and relive that tabloid day when that invisible dress was worn. But you remember, what's her name? The dress that caused the commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes Avida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper salivating, fingering their discus lenses. The dress that caused the frenzy, sewn in eternal night, in a sweatshop down in Wapping, where the it girl don't go shopping. The dress, though very slight, cost the centre forward's wages, paid for not in cash, but kind. Tabloid hacks continue to remind. The dress that caused the commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes Avida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper salivating, fingering their discus lenses. Gore! She's paged me! Mockney snapper leered. She's TV leg of the first degree, and as far as the common eye can see, she's as good as naked, nose to knee. She's beer and baccy, she's pocket money, she's mortgage cash, roof for heads, she's clothes for wife, and food for kids. The dress that caused the commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes Avida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper salivating, fingering their discus lenses. Testosterone level escalating in the press pursuit pack, chasing till they got their target cornered and trapped, and all their pictures have been snapped. The dress just seemed to vanish as the cameras flashed, disappearing in the strobe of a phosphorus bank. But in good taste, no trace of sleaze, revealed for photogenic scrutiny, from her toenail painted to her punani. The ephemeral garb dematerialized and exposed her summit to observers' eyes. The dress that caused a commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes of Vida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper, salivating, fingering their discus lenses. Now, the poor girl's vision blurred. Her cornea goes blank. Optic nerve in overload. More walls of camera flash. The optical illusion created, the garment just evaporated. Though tightly sewn into that dress, she seemed completely nature blessed. Her mortal flesh immobilized, on darkroom paper immortalized. The dress that caused a commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes of Vida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper, salivating, fingering their discus lenses. While blinded by that phosphorus light of her purpose, she never lost sight to paper ciggies and miniature family, rhinoplasty, labiaplasty, and all related elective surgeries. Snapper on the discus lens salivating, a conditioned response, a programmed reaction to all those Pavlovian bells are ringing as the shimmering, perspicacious dress evaporating, diaphanous gossamer cloth disappearing. The dress that caused a commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes of Vida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Mockney snapper, salivating, fingering their discus lenses. Now, fashion scholars can view for free and sketch that dress minus punani, shown beside the stack-heeled shoes the Streatham mega model fell from. A lesser trooper would have sued for anything a lawyer chooses. Loss of dignity and bruises. That dress wore its 15 minutes of fame when it made headlines for a day, though its flame flickered faintly. It would not fade away, and now it's shown in the round, all year round, for students to sketch, not making a sound, and tourists to view, not costing a pound. But as an act of restitution, making a voluntary contribution. Those paps camped out in sensible boots to snap her flesh, used but cute, barely concealed in diaphanous material, braving cold and wind al fresco. They could be stacking shelves in Tesco. When the ectoplasmic presence of the dress went indiscernible, its shimmering, diaphanous cloth went invisible, dissolving to a place ethereal, an ultra-terrestrial universe parallel, its physical edges inconclusive, material veracity went elusive, from modesty futile, a shield against private prying eyes quite inconceivable, till she wore just her original sin, poorly concealed with a practised grin. You could see straight through her open gate. You could even see her sell-by date. The jostling body of the pack in pursuit, the heat of all the cameras flashing, the latent image in the cameras captured, hacks and snappers all enraptured, to petulant celebrity lost in history, who flapped her lip and swung her hip and flashed her tan at weak-willed man, till her TV triangle coiffed and clipped, and her naked public profile slipped, to snap that dress transparent as celebrity. There was all of a piece. There was so little of it, when viewed from above, just seemed to vanish. The dress that caused a commotion, inspired by the spook of Versace, flashed the camera a leg load of tan and the beard of her punani. Paparazzi drooled, their eyes of Vida dollars, beating competition off the top of aluminum ladders. Motley snapper, salivating, fingering their discus lenses.